So you know, when we buy a sewing machine, there's a lot of stitches, and people say, "Am I going to do this? All this? I'm going to use? Am I going to use them all?" Well, we don't want to do always the same thing, eh? So the machines are packed with decorative stitches. And if you're not happy, if there is not enough, and if you want to create your own their stitch composer, so you know, I think there's no limit. So I said, oh, everybody, not everybody, but we often use applique stitches. I have my little card, applique stitches, but sometimes you would like to use decorative stitches. Is it on? Of course it is on. I'm there. I hope you see me, Janie. You almost have the same name as me, Rose, and I'm Ross. Okay, so, okay, I'll turn the camera and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm working with bonjour Jocelyne et sa maman, Thérèse. Vous allez être tannée de me voir. Okay, Jocelyne, her mother it'll be her birthday next month. 101-year-old in shape. So welcome. Okay, so you know, we have applique stitches. I'm using Continental M17, but we have a lot of machines doing the same thing. Okay, as long as you have decorative stitches on your machine, you can do what I'm going to show you today. Okay, so we are used to this. You see the applique category here? We're used to this. And sometimes we say, oh, let me try something else. I'm not that I'm tired of using them, but we want to do different. Okay. Okay. So in the Continental M17, it comes with the magnetic card, and there's you know, the quilting section. You have different stitches, huh? But there is new stitches inside, you know, in this category. And we have also a new category. See, this one is quilt, and the other one is quilt style. And this is what I want to use today. One of each. And I'll move the camera, and you know, you can attach them there. Huh? They're there. But you can also see them on the screen of your CM17 or any of your Janome machine. Huh? Okay, so did I put it in English? Yes, I did switch in English. Okay, so you want the category appliqué. If I touch appliqué, they're all there or almost all there. There's 2 pages. So I'm going to touch this icon and I see them all. And this is what it is. We're used to this. So you say, okay, it's a decorative stitch. Maybe I have an application, sewing application mode. Do we have here appliqué? Maybe I pass by. Button attacking, I let. Oh, there's none. So maybe with the quilting. Oh, yes. Applique with the quilting. Okay. So it's again the same. If you look at the design, it's again the same thing. But these have a specific function, which is cornering. Cornering, okay? But with the decorative stitches, you cannot use this function. So I'll go back to regular ordinary sewing, and I'll go and see my quilt section and quilt style. I want to choose between some designs. So let me go in the new designs, and I want to use something. I don't want to choose something too heavy, but I did my did my test before. Let me, no, this is it. Okay, 31. Okay, so I choose it. So that's the first thing. I choose my design. When I choose my design, hey, I have to test my stitches. Okay, this is the wrong side. I test my stitches. Let's say I want to do this around my applique. I tried it. You'll see it. And this one, I tried them, but not great. It's not a great result. So right away, of course, you test on a piece of fabric. Okay, I like to use that denim. It's a thick and heavy denim. Before I'm going to my real exercise panel, and I'm used to present my samples to you in a frame that I make. I like that. It's nicer than just a piece of nicer than this anyway. So when we do an applique, we have feet that are coming with our machine. They're delivered with the machine. It's called F. It's good. And this is what the machine suggests us. You have also F2. And one is open toe and the other one is closed toe. It's good, but there's better. It's an optional foot. And you see, there is a few difference. If I put them at equal here, see, it's shorter, you have more control, and you have a few guidelines. And it snaps, it's attached with two at two places. It's called AP foot, applique foot, or maybe you better see it like this, AP foot. And you have to be careful when you buy it. Do you buy it for 9mm machine or 7mm machine? Make sure when you go to your dealer, you tell them your machine number. So this one, I will use this today, especially because it's a decorative stitch around my applique. So I attach it like the button foot. Okay, so at the back first and in the front second, and then my thread under the foot in my foothold and my thread holder to the left. I don't change my habits. Okay, and I'll show you what I did right or wrong. I didn't do it wrong. I tried it. I hate it. But if you don't try it, you don't know. So you see, this is a sequence, one sequence of a design, one sequence. Before you choose it, you have to try it. So I made one sequence to show what I did, to show, you see? And this one is ready to show you. See, this is what I used here, and I used something else there. So I'm going to remove my practice panel. Okay, and I'll tell you a few things. So, am I okay? Yeah, everybody's there. Okay, so first I start here. This is I don't know how to say losange. Oh, it's not a square. It's wider and smaller. The word in English, it's a losange. So Google Translate. And the result is horrible. So these are not stitches that I can use. You don't have to do it on the panel, but when you try, you have to try something, and you say, "Oh no, this is garbage." Okay, I'll leave it there because when I teach, I always use and I add something on my panel. Then I said, "This is very thick on both sides." So I did my sequence, and this is something that is important. You see, there is a difference. Maybe not, you don't see it with the video, but there isn't the difference between the two and between the two here. And this is my finished product. Okay, I'll flip this and I'll tell you what we should do. You see here, whoops. You see here, my thread is white, red, 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 white. I use the same thread in the bobbin and on the top. Never do this. Okay? You need a light thread underneath. This always want to jam, and I have to pull my fabric. I have to help my fabric. This is, I feel it, it's thick. This is so nice. So first thing, put a thin thread in your bobbin, and I use the 80 weight. Perfect. On top, whatever you want to use, huh? Well, don't use 12 weight, but you can use a rayon, you can use a polyester. I like to use like embroidery thread, because decorative stitches, we treat them as an embroidery. So now I'm using Madeira polyester, polyneon. This is what I have now. Okay. So then I said, okay, this is way too thick, but my experience is there. I'm okay. So then I made a square, and this shape here, hexagon. Okay, hexagon, because there's six. Yeah, there's six sides, and I did. Oh, I'm playing. Okay, and I'm gonna do this to you. So we lost by choosing a decorative stitch. The machine doesn't 80 weight at the bobbin, yeah. I like to use variegated thread is also, oh yes, no problem. Lost sound, well, it's not me. I keep talking, don't worry. Okay, so my first advice is don't use a thick stitch, too dense stitch, okay? Number one, light thread in the bobbin, okay? AP foot is such a great help. And then this is one of my the one that I'm going to use right now. I wrote it 31. Yeah, 31. Oh yeah, that's the one I want to use. Okay, so I'll turn the camera. Oops, sorry, my finger. And I want to do this. I want you to see well. So, and I'm going to work on here. Yeah, okay, I'm okay, because I'm a little bit far from the camera. So remember, you have to do your testing first, okay? And by your testing, also remember that I don't use the application. I cannot use the cornering function. So I'm going to test my stitch just to see how many I would like to make, okay? So I'll let it go. Full speed, I have no problem. I'm on my sample, okay? Maybe you have a little bit of vibration, but and then when I know, when I think I'm about okay, I'm using my lock stitch function. Well, because do you see my lock stitch function? Okay, and I remove the cutting pre-program function, and I like clean work, get off the thread. So you see, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sequence. Okay. I want to do this around. So I'm going to test one sequence. This is too big for you, I believe. Okay. I hope. Need a cameraman here, or camera woman. So if I want one, I'm going to work here. So I'm going to position the center. There's a mark on the center of the foot. I'm going to position on my line. I like to draw my lines before then. They wash away, so there's no problem. And I'm using, we keep everything we buy. And I don't know if you remember, Janome used to sell the Sewing Revolution rulers. I use them every week, guarantee. Okay, so if you have them, pull them out. So I want just one. You see well, yeah. So I want one sequence. I'll let it go, and I ask, stop when you have one sequence. It's flashing, so that means it's okay. One sequence is done, and you really see your sequence. See, it's here. Okay, so I made my test. My test is I have 5 here. 5 is too much. I need 4. But you see, when you count them, oh, you went too far. Oh, zit, I have to remove it. Oh, no problem. Look what you're going to do. Coming here. So I'll open my memory. Okay. And I want 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Lock stitch. I'm not worried anymore. Okay. It's there. I won't do more than this. Come back here. Okay. And you see how clean is my back, huh? This is because my thread is under my foot in my thread holder, and I clip my thread as long as I go. Okay, foot down, and I hope I told you I removed the automatic thread cutter. So foot down, I like to use my pivot function. Oh, you'll fail, you'll be daisy. Pivot function. I love this, especially. Okay. So another thing that this machine has, I want to make sure that I'm at the right position. So I'm going to use, because that type of stitch, half is done in the fabric and half outside the fabric, the applique fabric, you see? So I'm going to align the center of the design in the center of the foot here. I just want to make sure I'm okay. And I have my thumb wheel here. I want to start really, you see, I'm a little bit behind. That allows me to put my needle, to see, and everything is concentrate here. I don't have to take my arm, and the machine is big, so my arms have no extension. Of course, I exaggerate now, but it's so convenient. You don't have it, it's nothing. You come back here, but it's a good, I don't know who thought of it, not me for sure, but it's such a good idea. Okay, now I pre-program 4. Let it go. So I align my foot with one of the guide to following my applique. Okay, see pivot function, but I said here 5 is too much. Here and here I'm missing 1. I'll do 1, so I'll stop my program and I'll ask just 1. Start. See, because of my pivot function, and ask to do only 1. Perfect. See, it's easy, huh? Then pivot, I move, but I'm not perfectly. This is, you have to be a little bit more careful and work a little bit more. I have to just move a little bit to make sure I'm at the right position, because I don't have that cornering function. So now I know I need 5. Okay, open the memory, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lock stitch. I'm ready to go. Come back. Okay, I hope you're okay. Go and work, my dear. Did you name your machine? I don't know which name I should call my machine. Aha. So I did the right thing by adding one. And you know, you have to interface your fabric, okay? And you see the pivot function, but still I have to adjust. I'm just going to adjust. That you have no choice because there's no cornering function. And you know, with my guide, it's so easy. And because I pre-program, I don't have to count. I know it's going to do whatever I ask the machine to do. Sometimes I hear my student, they said, look what my machine is doing. I want to say your machine obeys to you. Huh? It's not the machine, it's you. But in a nice way. I don't want to be impolite. Okay, again. This is so convenient, this thumb wheel here. So by doing this, by sewing applique with the decorative stitches, there'll be a little something. Oh, no, I don't have to do anything. Okay, 2 more corners. See, I always have to move a little bit, always, because it's not cornering function. Almost finished. You see, I'm full speed because once I pre-program everything, I just have to follow. You know, it's decorative stitches. The machine is moving a lot. The needle is moving a lot, but the machine is, it seems that it doesn't go fast. Okay, I'm okay. Last one. It won't be long. Almost finished. Aligned very well. I use steam a seam under my applique because I can reposition if I want to. Okay, done. Now I can use my thread cutter. Whoops, thread cutter. Okay, and at the back, I cut not the knot, but just a little bit. I want a clean job. You want this nice behind as in the front. But look what happened each corner because I don't have the cornering function. So some design it's good and some design it's not good. Look at this one. It looks like it's a wheel turn. The wheel is turning. It's like a saw. Okay? See? I'm missing something here. So maybe you can add this stitch with, if you play with the stitch width and the stitch length, maybe you can add on an angle. There's always a way to catch. You see, this one is almost perfect. Almost, well, it's too different, you can tell. Okay, so this is one thing that you cannot do, you know, with the cornering. But what do you want to create? Maybe it's nice, maybe you like it, maybe it's not, maybe you won't agree with it, but you can always add a stitch here in the corner. Okay, so just to make sure, I want to just to repeat. So you have to remove the function, the cutting function. Oh, what is the cornering function? I'm sure. Okay, Deborah, hold on. I'm going to say something else and then I'll come back on you. So I want to make sure function, you remove the automatic thread cutter. Okay, I'm using foot AP, which is not included with any of the Janome machine. It is included with it is a optional accessories. Okay, I love the pivot function. Pivot function. Of course, you have to stabilize your fabric. I stabilize it. Okay, fabric and thin thread in your bobbin. Okay, that I told you everything. Okay, now I'm going to answer to Deborah and all the others. What is the corner? Okay, so applique. Oh no, I want to close this. Okay, so when I choose an applique, no, no, I don't want this. Okay. I'm gonna go into, sorry, I'm gonna go into my sewing application and applique, applique. Sometimes I go too fast, it's not here, so it's here. Applique. Okay. So when I choose an applique function, you see, this is this icon. Hold on. Oh, no. Do you see it here? This is the pivot function, and this is the cornering function. So it allows you to finish the stitch and start fresh on the other side instead of having a bad. Let me move this. I'll choose any one of the stitches. I'll do it here. Okay. Let's say I don't put the cornering function. Okay, I'll choose any one. I'll stop. Okay, and then when I come back, the corner is, I didn't ask a nice corner, so it's going to sew. It's going to sew where the needle or the sequence is up to. Okay. Now I'm going to use the other one here, and I don't like to do this. You know, is it nice at the back? I'm lucky it is nice. But you know, you have some bird's nest here when you don't hold it tight. And I see people, they put the thread and they do this 5 minutes before they start. Me, I put it there, it's over. Okay, now I ask cornering function. No, whoa. It's right away. Corner. Wow. Okay, corner function. And pivot function, the needle stays in the needle stays in the fabric, and hey, look at this, it's going to be perfect. Okay, stop, cut the thread, cornering function and the pivot function is different. So you see, without corner function and with corner function. Whoops, where am I? Oh, okay. With, see how perfect it is? And here you have one stitch too much. You see? So that's the cornering function. And pivot function, it allows the machine, the needle to stay in the fabric, and your foot is up and you can turn without a problem. Okay? So these are two, if you're a quilter, if you're a sewer, but mostly a quilter, oh, you adore those two functions. And I want to come back here. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm a little bit more, but okay. And see here, I have a foot and a plus. These are optional feet. To do these application here, you need a specific foot guarantee. Yeah? You cannot do it with a regular foot, okay? So do we have here applique? Yes. AP, oh no, you cannot see. AP foot. This is exactly what I'm using. Hold on. I'll put it here, you'll see well. AP, you see here? AP. AP on the machine at the bottom here. So the machine is set for you to use It does everything to you. Adjust the width, the length, the tension, the needle position, the height of the pivot function. But if you're not happy with it, you see, you can change everything. It's pre-programmed, but still it depends. You know, when we sew, I like to say, when we sew, the boss is the fabric. The reaction of the fabric, that's what makes you make changes. So it depends. You can change whatever you want. Okay, so this was so interesting. I'm hoping to try this on my 15,000. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Thank you. I just checked. Yes, you have. I have this function. Yes, so cool. Oh, and you didn't know. Oh, that makes me sad. All these years without. You can teach an old dog a new trick. Oh, that is cute. But I don't bark. Okay, and thank you. I love that pivot. Okay, overlap stitches are eliminated. Oh, good. Hello, Amy. What is okay? I told you. Not yet. She arrives tomorrow. Oh, I guess you bought a new machine. Hello, Polka Dot. Okay. Hello, Amy again. Madeleine. Oh, now thank you. Da, 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 da. Last sound. Oh well. Okay, well, I guess I answered everybody. I have 15,000 coming. Good for you. You're going to really love it. Oh, that is so cute. You can teach an old dog a new trick. I didn't know that. That is so cute. À tantôt. Oui, Jocelyne, je t'attends. C'est tout près de la fenêtre. Okay, a little French girl. So fast in French. Oh, my French is coming back. It never leaves me, but it's back. So I'm saying, so it was the last demonstration of March. Next week, it'll be next month. You'll have something new. It's a new team, and I'd like to tell you, but I forgot. So you'll see. So I wish you everybody a good week, and I'm doing a live on Friday on specifically the CM17. So I'll see you maybe Friday. I hope Friday. Marty, I love my 15,000 guarantee. Come on. You know, I have students who bought the CM17, but they keep their, I said the 15,000 because the machine is there. See, we use it during my classroom. Do you see it? Yeah, you see it. Okay. In my classroom, I just have a top of the line machine because I want people understand what is having up to date machine. You know, I have 15,000, 12,000, M7 550E, 9450, HD9, S9, 6700P. Okay, two 15,000. I want people really enjoy their sewing courses. Okay, thank you so much, Elaine. Happy Easter. Yes, still paying for my M7. Well, whatever I showed you here, it's good for the M17, the M7, which I love, but now one. Oh, well, you want M17, of course. I wish you one. Thanks for this lesson. I always learn something new from you that I'm happy, really. How do you decide which to use? How do you decide which to use? Which to use? I don't know what you mean. How do you decide which stitch to use? Maybe? If this is what you're asking, Patricia, well, you have to do your test before you go on a garment or any piece of a quilt or whatever. Which machine to use? All of them. Which machine to use? I love them. Now I'm so used to my foot holder lift that when I'm going to my 67P, I have to put my hand. I think I'm becoming lazy. Oh, yeah. But I love them all. Okay. What foot should you use if you don't have the AP foot? F or F2. Hold on. I'll show them to you. F you have with your machine guarantee. or F2 with an open toe, but this one is dangerous a little bit. If your fabric is too thin, the fabric will come from that hole here. So for sure you have F, the regular F foot, sure. Okay, it depends on which machine, but using the thread holder is one of the greatest tips from you. Oh, I'm happy. I do it all the time. You know, you must have seen my hair. I'm not a youngster anymore. And I was trained by the Japanese in I don't want to lie, 82, no, 83, 83. Okay. And there were 4 Japanese who came to Montreal to show us the new 6000. I had previously the Memory 7. And the Japanese taught us to use the thread holder in this machine. And they said, as soon as a Janome machine, any Janome machine has a thread cutter on the left side, you have the thread holder. And this prevents the nest. And I'm so surprised that not too many people knew this, but I'm happy now. I don't stop telling people. I agree about the thread holder on the side. I used to think it was just the cutter. Well, you're too young. If you had my age, you would know. Okay, everybody. I hope, Beverly, good to see how to adjust pivot, okay, as I have trouble. The back first and then the front. The back and then lift up for the front. But didn't know the proper procedure about applying the affiché plus, the back. Okay, then the front. Okay, good. Yes, I learned about the thread holder as well. Okay, good. I'm happy. You know, this is why we have 30 minutes. Yeah, Janome wants you to, it's not entertaining, it's learning, but everybody is happy. So it's a nice way to learn our machine. The machine does so much that you'll never go through your machine. Even the 15,000, you won't go through your machine. Au revoir, je pense a new machine, studying quilting technique. Oh, this is nice. Hey, in half French, half English. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Deb. Must be Deborah, Debbie, I'm not sure. Okay, I hope everybody is happy. Have a nice sewing week. Bye bye, everybody.